A common issue we all share as 360 booth owners is how do we get more traffic to our website? How do we get more inquiries? We want to be visible to the people out there in our city because we want them to book with us. So today I had a one-on-one with Brandon, and Brandon brought up some good points. So we did a one-on-one, and what he wants to do is he wants to scale his existing business. He has added the 360 booth as part of his existing service. He does a DJ, he does a few other things, including I believe catering and photography. So the 360 booth is just to supplement the services he has already going for his business. But we were trying to figure out how do we get people to acknowledge his business as a 360 booth business that provides that actual service. We're going to go ahead and dive deep into this one-on-one. We're going to share that with you, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Let's go.
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, loud and clear. Thank you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I really appreciate you even making this possible, man. I wanted, before we even start, man, I wanted to really just say thank you and kind of give you your flowers. I know you've been going through a rough patch, man, with losing your mom. So my condolences to you, and just continue to let you know that you're in my prayers, and you're definitely a blessing, man. You really are. Like, just from the success that you've had, just your willingness to share, your journey and different nuances and things of that sort, man. And you're not even charging what you could charge for it. It's really God's work. So I just commend you, man, and I definitely admire you.
Hey,
for
man,
sure.
Thank you. I think it also takes a unique individual to acknowledge these type of characteristics. I'm blessed to have an audience and also folks like yourself that acknowledge things and see the world a little differently and see value where some people might not see it. So I really appreciate you sharing your point of view, and just it's been challenging, but we just got to keep pushing forward, knowing that life is short and that God is watching every move that we make. So we have to make the best out of it using our talents and abilities that we're blessed with. So I feel like a lot of us, it's just in our nature to pursue money and make as much money as possible. But for me, what I've over time, what I'm starting to realize is that I'm trying to focus more on happiness, and I'm also trying to focus more on things that I'm good at naturally and just double down in those areas. And I believe I'm a people's person. I do believe that I enjoy teaching and showing what I know, and so that's where I'm at right now. So I appreciate your compliment, and like I said, just acknowledging what I'm putting out there, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Listen, I mean, I think one thing that I've learned over the years, especially during COVID, because I lost so many people during COVID, is that we have to be able to tell people that we love them. We got to give people their flowers while they're here, And so I think it was just very important for me to acknowledge that, not only in the Facebook group, but I'd say that to tell you personally. So thank you, man.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Where are you at right now, Brandon? What's the journey like for you right now?
So I just started a new business. Just a little background. I'm actually a basketball trainer. I actually work with NBA and NBA players. And so for me, I wanted to start a need-based business that would allow me to be able to continue to pour into my basketball business as well, because I actually want to buy actual multiple locations. But I also want to retire early.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
I want to retire by 45. That's my main goal. So I started a company by the name of Memorable Moments, which is a full service event and wedding planning company that provides 360 photo booth, photography, videography, event planning, cigar bar, food catering. I have a friend that's a chef that does all the catering for it. And so right now it's about me being able to really learn how to scale, the business, and really scale the 360 photo booth, because I think that's a big draw now, and that a lot of people are requesting. Even I would say maybe a tier down from a DJ, I should say, yes. Because a lot of people are like, they rather have that fun, engaging experience than an actual photographer. And most, and what I found is some people want both, you know? And so, you know, I think that that's the draw in, like, that really lures people, has been luring people to, you know, my company so far. And I want to be able to just to pick the little nuances and that can continue to scale and grow the business, man. And just watching a lot of your videos and stories and things of that sort, man. You're super knowledgeable. You learn on the go. You're not afraid to make mistakes. Like,
Oh yeah.
you share, you know, everything. You know, so you know, I really want to be able to not only learn from you, but hopefully we can build a friendship out of this as well. You know, I think I'm definitely, I can mimic that. I'm in a place now where I just want to be happy. I want to be surrounded by genuine people. And so whoever I'm learning from, I want to make sure that, you know, yeah, they know it's genuine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so
Yeah.
what I'm picking up right now is for memorable moments. Right now, our goal is to help kind of funnel traffic to memorable moments, but more towards the 360 photo booth service aspect part of it, right?
Yes. Yes. I think because I think that's the lure. I think that's the lure of, you know, of a one-stop shop that I've seen, that I've looked at different, you know, one-stop shops. A lot of them don't have the 360 photo booth with it. They'll have the photography, videography. They'll have, you know, different things that's for, but majority don't have the 360 photo booth with it.
Okay. So
So
right now, currently for memorable moments, which is the umbrella of where you have the 360 booth under,
yeah.
what are you doing for memorable moments as far as just getting eyeballs on your website, on your services? What type of strategies have you been using so far to this day?
So I have a friend that basically helped me create what's called a CRM, if you're familiar with it.
CRM. Uh huh.
Which, yeah, which basically creates it basically creates a lead list, by basically anybody that's looking for different events or weddings and stuff like that. It basically puts my advertisement in front of them, and based off of them typing it, of course, in Google or Facebook. I think primarily on Facebook, and it basically creates a landing page. And so the landing page allows them to fill out all their information and basically schedule a consultation where from then, you know, you know, we could jump on a call and kind of discuss the, you know, the upcoming event or wedding. And that's how I've been getting clients so far. And then also through referrals as well.
Yeah, so CRM is really effective. It almost works as like almost like a partnership. And then for CRM, do you have like what's are there fees associated when you're using this?
The CRM.
Yeah.
So right now, it is $50 per month afterwards. So I paid $1,500 for them to set up the everything and set up the landing page and you know, basically the analytics and things of that sort. And then after that, it's $50 a month.
Okay, so you're familiar with the analytics and a little bit of online marketing, which is great because a lot of the new 360 operators this is basically brand new to them. They see the opportunity of providing a good time and getting compensated for it. But when it comes to really putting their business out there, promoting themselves and making their business as visible as possible, that's a big challenge for a lot of new 360 booths. But for you, it seems like you've already done this before, and now, like you mentioned earlier, you're trying to scale and find ways to just get a lot more bookings. How many events have you done so far?
This is going to be my fifth event coming up on the 23rd that I have. So within a month and a half, about this is my fifth event.
Okay, so 1 month and a half, and you've already had a total of 5 events, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Out of these 5 events, do you know exactly how they found you? What I'm trying to figure out is what marketing strategy that you used so far. What's giving you your biggest return on these 5 events? How did this come about?
So the first one I did was actually a friend of mine actually did their baby shower.
Okay.
And so after doing the baby shower, I had a friend that's a DJ, and they basically had like the biggest Juneteenth. They put together the biggest Juneteenth event, basically in the world. And so I did that, and I got two other events, you know, events from it, from people coming and paying for per spin
Okay.
at the event. So that was the four, and then I have, and then actually six. I actually did. My neighbor has a big birthday party every year, and so I just did that on Sunday. So honestly, from the CRM, I've only gotten inquiries. I haven't actually gotten an actual booking from it. Like I've gotten inquiries from it in terms of later dates where people are looking to book it. So I've gotten about four inquiries so far from the CRM
Mhm.
in terms of the photo booth.
Cool. Let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. I want to take a look at your some of your website presence here. Let me go ahead and
Okay.
share my screen so we can go over this together.
Okay.
Share screen, desktop, share. Go ahead and so Brandon, you can see my screen now.
Yes, I can.
All right, brother. Let's go ahead and find your business.
And that's the other issue that I'm having. I created a Google. It's with the Z on the end. Remember moments with the Z on the end.
Okay.
Um, it's not coming up on when you type it in Google. Like I
Okay.
created a Google business,
Mm-hmm.
and when I search it, it's not coming up. So, I was looking at some of the videos we were talking about trying to get it ranked. So I tried to post the event from Juneteenth on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
actually type in some of the keywords you were talking about, and it
Sure.
just doesn't. You know,
Okay.
um,
Let's go ahead and try this 360 booth. And give me the city you're in, Brandon.
I'm in Neptune, New Jersey.
No,
Well, actually, you can type in Woodbridge because I actually have it under Woodbridge, New Jersey. I'm sorry, Dave.
Woodbridge. Just like this.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. 360 booth, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Are you familiar with these companies that we're looking at here together?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that right now, this keyword 360 booth Woodbridge. Let's just do Woodbridge alone. Just see what we get here. Yeah, New Jersey. So, so there's a lot of potential here. In fact, do you find yourself dealing uh, with the issue like, hey, I might have too much competition where you're currently at right now, as far as the
No,
360
I
booth
don't.
goes, right?
Mm-mm.
So that's something that's actually really good because this individual here, these three, in fact, they came up under 360 booth Woodbridge, New Jersey, but they have zero reviews. They have directions, and this one has a website. Let's just out of curiosity check out their website. They're listed under party rentals. Actually, they don't even have a live website. I think they just bought the domain and might sell it later on.
Yeah.
But I think you're in a very good place as far as getting your name out there and gobbling up as many consumers as possible. I think the biggest issue here is we're not finding you. We're not able to find you.
Right.
So because we can't find you, it's hard to even get those inquiries in because I know for a
Right.
fact that with your experience, once you start getting inquiries, you're gonna start booking just because you're good at communicating and you know what you have to offer. Now let's go ahead and try to find your website a different way. Um,
The website or the Google business. Which one?
well, the Google business should take me to your website, or vice
Okay.
versa. If you can give me your website and your website is also pointing to your Google business, we can do that
Yeah.
as well. So just let me know how you want to
Okay.
rock it out.
You can just type in www.memorablemoments.com. I bought it. I bought the domain on GoDaddy. So TZ. Yep.
Found you. Okay. Well, let me go.
Yep.
Let's see here. Am I using Google? Close that for now.
So weird. I don't.
So right now, what I'm doing, man, is I'm about to see how many citations your website has, brother. Okay.
Okay.
There's only 7 citations. Okay, 7 citations. We're gonna have to bump this number up and get it to like the hundreds, maybe 150. With the 150, we'll have enough indexing and ranking to get you categorized as a 360 booth business and also have memorable moments come up when people look for those terms. So right now, what I'm looking at is when we minus your site and we type in this formula right here, and then I've shared this in the past. I think you might have seen it before. It allows us to see the citations you have. These are also known as backlinks, which Google says, okay, this is associated with this, but there's only 7. So that's, we need to bulk that up. We need to strengthen that. So I'm going to go into your website. I'm going to go ahead and look through your website here. I'm curious to see how the setup is. Okay, memorable moments is clean. Okay, so this is clean right here. Brandon, who did this website for you, brother?
This gentleman by the name of Ben Bader.
Ben
So
Bader.
it's
Okay.
basically, yeah, he basically just created a landing page. So it's not an actual full website yet in
That's
terms
okay.
of different, yeah.
That's okay. Landing pages, especially in your situation where you don't have a lot of competition, a landing page is possibly going to be the only thing that you really need as far as getting traffic and also directing traffic to your social media platforms. Now, right off the bat
Okay.
here on this website, as clean as it looks, here are some things that it's missing. At the very top, this is basically what's called your H1. Your H1 is basically like the title. If I walk into a library and I'm looking for a book, then the title of the book, this is the title of the book right up here, right? So
Mhm.
it only has your logo and that's it. Right here, what we have to include in this header 1 up here is memorable moments, 360 booth, and even your city along with your contact information. I'm recording
Okay.
this whole entire session. So later on, when we're done with our session, Brandon, am I saying your name correctly, Brandon?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. When we're finished, all these pointers that are gonna make the world of difference. You're gonna have access to this. Okay.
Okay.
So if
I was
Google,
actually gonna write it down. Okay. Cool.
yeah, so if Google doesn't acknowledge this and the algorithm's not picking it up because it's not being indexed by bots and Google, then basically all you have is really a nice landing page that you can share with your friends and family. But when it comes to people finding it, it's not going to rank. And this is your H2, your header 2. Your header 2 needs to have more content and context revolving around the 360 booth realm, and basically you need longer keywords and you need more information here that's going to show 360 booth, because right here, if you're offering the 360 booth, this entire section doesn't have those keywords. We're missing those keywords. I want to show you an example here.
Okay.
And the reason I'm using my website is because I know the power of the H1 and the H2. So in my H1, in the very top, it's it's I mean, forget the size of the font, but the importance is 360 photo booth rentals. So these actually are my main keywords. So when someone types in 360 photo booth rentals, I have it on the very top. So I make sure that with time, my page is going to build authority and it's going to be acknowledged because it's 360 photo booth rentals, and it's going to drive traffic to my page. This is the H1. This is the very top. Also here, I made it very easy for them to contact me, whether you're watching me on a desktop or an iPhone. You want to make it very easy for people to get a hold of you. This right here, Brandon, personally, and you might agree or disagree, but this is my feedback, is this pop-up right here can drive customers away. People don't like these because all they think of is spam as soon as they see this thing pop up.
Okay.
So the individual who made your website has an option that either this doesn't pop up or it does pop up. I think you should try it. Just kind of have it incognito for a while. Make sure it doesn't pop up just right off the bat, so it doesn't deter them from continuing to kind of explore the rest of your landing page. That's just
Okay.
some quick feedback, okay? Um,
Okay.
and then for let's see here, and then right here, the H2 360 Booth San Bernardino, which is the city that I reside in. But I'm also trying to
Hmm.
take on more areas like Orange County and Redlands, California. So H1, H2. Make sure if you're the individual who worked on this website, if he can grab, for example, like say he goes onto my website, right? And he grabs, copies and pastes all this stuff right here. How does it work? Your camera revolves around the events, blah, blah. But what we're really looking for is, oh, boom, 360 photo booth product. And then second little paragraph, 360 photo booth is a must have, 360 booth platform. And so what it's doing, it's constantly showing those keywords throughout this paragraph so that I can get indexed much faster. So if he can grab, he himself can come in here and grab this, paste, grab and paste it here and put it where it's going to make the most sense. And generally, we want to put it on your entire landing page. We want your entire landing page to be about the 360 booth service, what's included, your contact information. That way, like I said, Google can start categorizing your website. This is a very clean website. I love the colors, but we're missing the most important information. So let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit here to our services. He did a really good job at just having a clean looking website. See all this, but when I go to click on here, right, it doesn't really allow me to do much, and that's understandable because it is a landing page. But even if it's a landing page, you can have 360 photo booth, right? That's a good keyword right there. And then you can, right here in the bottom, you can have a description to go along with this. You know, say for example, you have the 100 centimeter booth. You could put 100 centimeter 360 booth holds up 4 to 5 people, and you know, just continue giving the consumer, the potential prospect, more information, educate them more, so by the time they get to you on the phone, they kind of already know what you're offering, and you don't get 20,000 questions off of that one phone call. So
Gotcha.
I like the fact that this looks clean, but also we need to educate that potential customer. Let's see, event planning made easy, who we want to service. Okay, so say for example, I click on here. This is on Vimeo. Okay, so the next thing you can do is you already have 5 events under your belt, Brandon. What I would say you can do right away that's going to benefit you fast is, do you have a YouTube channel yet?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I do. Sorry.
All right,
Yes, I
sweet.
do.
All right, let's go
And
ahead
that's
and
the other thing. It's like trying to get that to populate, because I try to. I don't know, man. I think I probably messed the whole thing up,
it's
man.
okay. Sometimes it takes time. What I do like about YouTube is when it comes to ranking a website versus a YouTube video, the YouTube video can rank within just a couple of hours versus a website that might take several weeks. So let's go ahead and try to find you on the Google platform.
Okay.
What's the channel name?
I put memorable moments. Same thing.
Okay.
And let's see if I could just send it straight to you.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, you can copy and paste right here on the link that we're using here on Zoom, Brandon. So you can do that, and I'll just click on it. It'll take me there.
oh, okay. Um,
I found you. So I
you found
typed
it?
in
Okay.
I typed in memorable moments 360, and when I added the 360, you popped up. And this is why I'm always pushing people with short and long tail keywords. This is considered still a short tail keyword. A long tail keyword would be memorable moments 360 booth and then your city. That's a long tail keyword. So this is good because I was able to find you. Now let's go ahead and go on to your YouTube here. Okay. All right, so I typed in 360 booth. Okay, so this is good. 360 photo booth rental, New Jersey memorable moments. This right here is good. And I think that when we typed in memorable moments 360, the search engine was able to pick up these 2 words along with this right here. So that's how we were able to
Okay.
get to your channel. Now let's go ahead and do something here. Let me see. This is your description box right here, brother. And
Okay.
there's a very, very just, you know, like a 1 sentence. Yeah, like a 1 sentence, and that's it. All right. Moving forward, you have 5 events, which means you have a good amount of content already. And the content that you have, I think that's all you truly need to start doing this next step. And this next step is going to it's really going to change the dynamics as far as where you're at with your online presence. So look, in your description, what you want to do is this. Hello. Let's go to playlist. So I have this playlist here, and I try to do this every single week. Pause this. I have a playlist every time, whether I get home on a late Saturday night from doing an event and I wake up on Sunday morning. What I like doing, Brandon, is I like taking my favorite videos from the event. I like cutting them to maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay.
And what I like doing is I'll go onto my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, I'll put in my TikTok, my Instagram, but most importantly, I'll put in my website right here. Okay? I'll put in my website, and then what you could do is this. let's show your YouTube channel a little bit more love. And what I mean by that is, let's go ahead and well, let me see first before I say anything. I want to make sure that it's something that you should do if you haven't done it yet. I'm going to go to about. Cool. So the about section is we got to show some love here. We got to put some information here, some keywords. Tell them what you rep. And if you don't feel like typing all of that, go to anything that you have that's existing that has information. Like for example, if you go over your website, I remember seeing some stuff here, like some of this right here, right? But what you really need is really spend some time entering as much information as you can, so that when people visit your website, when people go to your about page, when people go to your profile, depending on what social media platform they're on, it looks like a real business that actually took some time to put some information that's going to add value and educate your potential client. That way they know what they're in for. So for me, when I go to about, it's just a small little piece. Look at this. If you guys want to join me, but this is regarding more like towards the 360 photo booth journey, not so much my business. But I just went ahead and talked about what I was offering. There's an email, my address right there, and there's a link right there, and that's the about. And the reason right now I'm really hanging on to YouTube and I'm really putting it out there is because Google owns YouTube. So if you can get these two giants to work for you, man, you won't need to be spending $50 extra a month on any type of advertisements or promotions. I haven't advertised on TikTok. I haven't advertised on Instagram. Promoted on YouTube. I promote on YouTube, but it's absolutely free. Google, absolutely free. So please do this. And then when you go to customize channel, and like I said, some of this is, I'm trying to go as fast as possible to give you as much information as possible, but you'll be able to circle back later and then watch this video at your own pace, okay?
Okay.
When you go to, I believe it's going to be basic info, settings. When you go to settings, when you go to upload defaults, once you go inside of the description right here, you can already enter all of your information, your keywords. For example, your keywords right here would be 360 booth, and then it's Woodsbridge, right?
Yes, Woodbridge.
Woodsbridge in New Jersey, and then do it again right here, but with the hashtag. And then towards the bottom, all of your social media, especially your website, and that's already going to be preloaded on there. So every single time you upload a video, all that information, you don't have to copy and paste. You don't have to type it manually. It's going to be right there in your description, because I know your time is valuable and you just want to run as efficient as possible. So do that, just like I did, just like this. Because every time I make a video and I post it on YouTube, Brandon, it acts as a citation, because this YouTube is pointing to my website and vice versa. Now, when I say vice versa, is this. You have videos right here, Brandon. Instead of these videos being uploaded in this format, what your website developer can do, website creator, is once you start putting YouTube videos on your YouTube, when you come down here, it's going to ask you, do you want to upload the video from your desktop to your website? And then it's going to take up a good amount of space because it's a video. Or you can do Vimeo. But what you can also do that's a lot more effective is you can actually have your video play here from YouTube. So when they press play on your video, it's that same video you uploaded to YouTube. So now YouTube and your website are communicating. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that is something that I recommend, especially if it's just a landing page, and it's not like 5 different pages that you have. Definitely take advantage of that, because like I said, when you play that video, it's gonna refresh, and it's gonna download from YouTube, but it's gonna play right here, and that's the way they communicate. They send signals to each other. Also, please do that. That's gonna help you as well. Let's try an experiment. Go ahead.
Am I better off? Because I have a Wix website for our basketball training business. Am I better off creating a Wix website for memorable moments, or no?
This is what I would do if I was in your position, because one, it's going to take a little bit more money, and it's going to take a lot more time to build that website, right? So I would test. You already have a memorablemoments.com.
Right.
Okay. and went on my 360 booth on my Wix. I'll take you to my Wix page here, give you some insight. So for Wix, what I did, Brandon, is I ended up buying a couple of domains, and they're attached to my Wix page. So whether it's 360 Photo Booth Rental, Canary Capital Rentals, White Bouncy Castle, I was gonna buy one of those white bouncy castles that a lot of people were, renting out. And so the same thing right here, like Fun Injury, iPhone. So you can buy several domains and have them all pointing to your your main website. But I think that here, if we just if we put in the right information on here, and then Google, we also work on your Google My Business page, and your Google My Business page is also showing this information here. This is important because they're basically saying this is all one network. This is associated with this memorable moments YouTube, memorable moments Google, memorable moments landing page, memorable moments Instagram. All this is associated, and I don't think we're there yet. And because we're not there yet, we're not able to find you right off the bat when we type in this information, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Google, because it's still trying to find you, it indexed you.
Right. Right.
So, for example, I'm going to do this just for the sake of the video, just to see if we can rank immediately.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to upload a video. And I'm very curious to try this, especially given your area. It's always going to depend on what area you're in. So I'm going to go ahead and just select this video right here. And then after that, I'm going to type in 360 booth Woodbridge in New Jersey. Did I spell this correctly, Brendan?
It's what without the S.
Woodbridge. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay, and after that, bless you, brother. You want to grab some tissue, man? I'm just gonna do my thing right here. I'll wait for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Take your time. Take your time.
Slept underneath the fan last night.
Yeah, no worry, brother. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now in a few seconds when you're back. Just take your time. So.
I'm here when you're ready.
Okay, sweet. So I typed in 360 booth Woodbridge, New Jersey, and then I went into the description and I typed in 360 booth Woodbridge, New Jersey, but then I also did a hashtag 360 booth Woodbridge, New Jersey. Okay, I'm gonna just do that, and then I'm gonna scroll down, and I'm gonna add it one more time right here as a keyword right there. And now I'm gonna go to next. I'm gonna go to next, and it's okay. It won't be available for monetization. That's totally fine because it has a song playing in the background. But that's cool. I'm gonna make this public. I'm gonna go ahead and publish that, and just kind of let it do its thing for a little bit. It's processing. Okay, cool. Close. Okay, so that's all the information is plugged in. We're gonna just see if we can rank this this video by the end of our session today. Because if we can rank this video by the end of our session today, or even an hour after we get off, that just shows you the power of uploading some of those videos I told you to put on YouTube and work on your YouTube page, and then go to your website here. Now, when it comes to citations, you might be asking, well, how the heck do I get more citations? I only have 7, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you how to do that.
That's what I'm gonna ask you.
What you can do this, and I'm gonna send you this information as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my orders. I use Fiverr very often. If you go down here, you can see that I buy stuff all the time. But for my business, for my 360 booth business, I bought this 300 live USA local citations. So I bought this one. I bought Google My Business listing SEO top ranking. I bought this one, and I bought this one as well for my business. And I actually went with this one as well. And look how much money I spent on these right here, Brandon. I spent, let's just round it off, $20, right? Here.
A lot at all.
That way people can easily find me on Google Maps, right? Okay, so that's that. I spent $20 there, and this is forever now. It's already registered. They did their part. And then right here for the 300 live local citations, when I click on this guy here, this freelancer, I paid $30 so that they can put me on a bunch of websites, put my company information, my phone number, my logo, my description, my link, and my social media. So this builds backlinks. So this is how you get citations. Okay. So after a few weeks now, if I go to 360, I typed in 360 booth, just 360 booth alone. I'm at the very top right here.
Yeah.
With no ads. And that's my goal for all of my operators, for my audience. I always want them to rank without having to pay for ads. One, ads is it's gonna cost you money. That's the obvious. But the other thing is that I think when you see the word ad, it's a turnoff. Like for some reason, people, I myself, when I see ads, I don't click on the ads. I really don't. And I think a lot of people share that same like just instinct
I
where,
do.
right? So
Yep, me too.
you kind of understand me in that aspect. Here, right here, this Magic Moments. This is a friend of mine. I send him business whenever I'm fully booked and I can't book. I send him business. 360 booth expert. I don't really do business with these guys yet. I just haven't built a relationship with them, but I do have a few in the area, and this is my area right here, this whole entire map. And I just happen to type in 360 booth. I didn't even type in my entire city. Let's see when I type in
Right.
360 booth, San Bernardino, just like this. That's my city. Cool. So now my Google page pops up right here, and I have my keywords right here. Brandon 360 photo booth rental. Okay, those are keywords, and then I attach my business name, Canary Capital Rentals, because Google doesn't know who the heck Canary Capital Rentals is, but Google knows that there's people looking for 360 photo booth rental. This keyword right here. So I purposely put it right here, right up in the front. So for your Google page, you can put 360 booth Woodbridge, and then memorable moments on the side towards the end. So when it's reading
Yep.
it reads the first few phrases, the first few words, and that's the keyword it's going to pick up. So if you have access to your Google business, which you should just simply going up here and going to your business profile, you should be able to make those adjustments. Can you do that right
How
now
did you
for
do
me?
that? Yeah. So can you say that one more time?
Yeah.
Because
So if
I'm
you're
actually on the page.
okay, so if you're on your page right now, on your Google page,
Yeah.
and you go to
Yep.
these 9 dots right here, you click on these dots.
Hold on real quick. It's okay. The 9 dots. Yep.
Yeah, and then you scroll down, it's going to show you your Google Drive, different things, but it also shows your Google business profile.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Business profile.
Let me know if you have access to
Um,
that, and if you do, I'll stop sharing my screen, and I believe you'll be able to share your screen. Check this out, Brandon. I want to show you. I want to show you something cool, really fast here.
okay.
Okay, so you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Like when I go to Google Chrome, I enter 360 booth Woodridge, New Jersey,
Hmm.
and your video. Say for example, this was you. Now you would be right here on the very top. So see 360 booth Woodridge, New Jersey, 6 minutes ago.
Wow.
So look at this is what I mean by how powerful YouTube can be. But I keep pouring this out to a lot of operators, and I don't know, some of them don't apply because this is what I do, man. I'll be honest with you. I'll circle back every now and then and see if some of the people that invested in the one-on-one mentorship have done what we discussed. Some of them do it, and some of them don't. It's just I don't know if life happens. Maybe they figured that they'd rather do something else, take a different route, but now if I'm looking for something, right, and I see like, oh,
Right.
it's 360, then I'm definitely gonna click on it. I have to. It's a video. Like we're visual, and then they'll see your video from your past 5 events, right? Just
Right.
put up your best content, and then when they scroll down, they're gonna see your information, your phone number, your email, and boom, bro, there's an inquiry, there's a lead. And this is
Right.
going to be running 24/7, and you only did this once. And that's the power of YouTube, is you put something in a system that runs 24/7, and it does the work for you. It generates leads for you. You just have to use it properly and just know how to use these keywords to your advantage. And if you do end up getting leads, then you don't have to pay anyone for those leads, which is the coolest part. And if you do this often, then you're going to start building citations on your website. So let me know when you're ready, and we'll go ahead and get your screen to share here.
Yeah. I'm trying. It says click allow in a dialog shown by your browser. If you don't see a dialog, click launch meeting below. Okay, so I'll click launch meeting below.
Mm-hmm.
You want to allow the space to open Zoom. I'll put allow,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing's happening.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Let
Let
me
me go to
see.
stop share. There you have it. It's really that simple. All you need to do is just take some time out of your busy schedule and do these things, okay? Combine Google, combine YouTube, and everything else that entails your business. Because, guys, remember that the algorithm picks up all these signals and they intertwine, and that's how you want to start off right away before you start spending money on ads, promotions, and other types of marketing that consist of you putting out capital. I hope this video helps. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.